Okay, so how you guys doing today? I'm coming today. I'm gonna talk to you first, then I'll possibly do some music after. Okay. However, this is another one of my reality shows. I haven't done everything in my room here yet. um, so I'm in the reality. And I wanted to talk to the ladies. I want to talk to this one here is more to the feminine energy, okay? Not ladies, but the feminine energy is what we going back into. It's what we are changing the energy of the earth, the planet. Is coming back into its feminine energy. It has been overthrown for a while here, many years, by the masculine energies. As you can see all over our planet, wherever you look, there you see something that represents the phallus, the masculine energies, okay? Doesn't matter where you go, where you turn, whatever way you present your life, or wherever way life presents itself, there's a masculine energy that is dominating. And where do you see her at? And that when you do recognize this energy, you can always see the energy of the masculine in the forefront, and it shows that. I don't care how where you enter in, and any type of energy, if it's from the screwdrivers, to the nut, to the bolt, to all of these things that you can encounter on life that interacts with masculine and feminine energy. You're going to find the masculine energy is and the dominant energy, and it's overpowering her. She has no power in her own being as her true feminine self. That's even when it's going through the two energies between masculine and feminine inside of you as one being. Every being has both energies, man, female, masculine, feminine. We all have the two energies running through us, okay? So you have the masculine and you have the feminine energy. So and which one is more dominant is the one that you tend to be more in characteristics with. Your energy is operating in that characteristic of energies, whether it's if it's masculine, you're more and more dominant type of way, whether you're male or female, woman or man, you still will be in more of a egoish dominant energy. Okay, it's as one of the guides that I operate with, which is still my ancestors and all. He was saying the masculine energy is the energy that I think it says uh, makes it dictates, like, to you things. So I'm a probably play some of that so you can see what I'm talking about, because I had it on last night. But yeah, and the feminine does it. She critical. No, I think it was the masculine energy was critical. One of them, but I have to let you listen to it, because it was just right in sync as what I'm talking about today with you, so that you can begin to recognize the two energies and which one is more dominant and more operating in your energy field. Your characteristics, your personality, your interaction with life yourself on all channels. So if you're a masculine energy, a masculine man, or just a masculine, which you are in a guy body, okay, yet you still have both those energies, and say you are more in your masculine energy to operate, and your feminine is there due to the fact you know it's there, but yet there's things that has been told to you over times in life. A lot of times it happens, and then you tend to cover her up and not let her be seen, and that's not balancing. That's not the way we have to end up being as beings of higher conscious, which doesn't see life as we see it in this conscious here, the lower conscious, 3D. Higher conscious operates in a whole different way of viewing life, and how it is to be in the energy of itself and operating in the way it's supposed to be as growth and maturity of conscious, okay, and allowing the source energy to flow through it in a way of shaping it and molding it and bringing it into the perfect life that it wants to be in, okay, as it's co-creating with its source energy. So these are things that needs to be ironed out in the overall people life, as to grow and to evolve and to function in a whole nother life of conscious of operating, or in characteristics to change, because you want to change, and because the change is here, and the change is made to bring you into a greater way of being, okay, and experiencing life, an open mind, open heart, open open life, of open living, to be free, and you're all free, and free, and you're all who you want to be, whatever that is, that's free. So that brings me to the feminine energy that needs to come forth. And when you find a feminine, a woman, female, as a female energy body she's in, operating in her masculine energy, she's covering up her feminine energy and not allowing it to continually to even come forth in its greatest way. Yet in both energies must come into a balance. They have to balance, and they have to work together. One can't be dominant over the other, but when they're working together, they dance a beautiful dance with each other and operating. And any life function that you operate in, when they operate together, they smoothly let life become its true self, its operating way of exercising your experiences in life, because you need both. Masculine, which is intellect, and feminine is the nourishing energy, being the nourisher of things, okay? So where we at today, that nourishing energy has been blocked in a lot of ways. It's blocked in places where we are born as a baby. When a baby comes in as a newborn, because they have taken the energy away from the dual centers, is what we once had and what we always used as operating of care for our lives, and definitely for the mother, who is bringing forth child, because in that time before the infiltrators came in, uh, life was built tribal, not governed. Okay, big difference. There's freedom in tribal, and there's no hardly any freedom in government, none whatsoever, as to live in a free uh, perception, free opinions, free will to be me, to do you, to live whole into yourself and of yourself. And while I am living in whole of me and of myself, I'm also living in whole in the tribe, because there's harmony in that, you see. Because in wholeness, there is greatness, and all there is that is in the energy, okay? Everyone is great, not one less than the other, not one greater than the other. Everyone is all great as great can be. Wherever the energy is flowing in, that energy of that tribe in the times. So life is much grander and better and more pleasing and peaceful, loving, all of that when we do operate in that energy. Yet there is a place that still have need to war. You still have war, yet war is done through love. This way, it's in the love energy. Energy of love conquers all things. There's none can conquer love above love itself. So in the operation of love, everything is balancing, okay? It's in a balance. You can be in war, yet in the love that you operate out of, the war is won out of love, okay? That's even war with yourself. If you have war with yourself, there's not enough love going on in you for yourself and with yourself. You don't have love operating in the all of you. You only have it in whatever parts you're putting it in, if there is any, you know, because the heart has to be open to receive that love in order to give that love. And if they have not received it, and first of all, I must receive it for me, out from the source's energy that gives, so that I can see me as me is in the greatest way, perfect as I am in the source energy. Some like to say we're not perfect, but I say we are. And you can prove that to me that we're not, then please do so. Show me what perfect is, and then I'll show you we all are perfect. Perfect as you are. Okay? Whatever that is, you are perfect. So, and all that perfectness that you are, you want to be in the perfect as source is to be, and source will that you to be. And everything you can become of source, and the greatest of light, of life in every way you want to, and to have in yourself, in your wholeness. See, then you are in that more perfect way. You see, you're in a more perfect way, yet you're still perfect even today. You see how it works? So you're growing and you evolving, and more of source energy. We can only have so much at a time because it is very powerful. It's power coming through in that light energy from the darkness of itself. Great power is in the dark as it is light still. It's just more heavier, dense of energy, you see. So let's not get on that. Let me go farther on to the feminine. So we have to consider all overall of what is taking place here, and what is it, the meaning behind the feminine energy, which is called the matriarch, uh, government, government, governing. Okay, the matriarch governing. This is a feminine planet. It's a female's planet. It's been feminine from the very beginning ever. And the energy of the masculine wanted to make it a masculine energy planet. And that would mean you had no free will. Free will is restricted. Having your free will been restricted for many years, then you'll know. Okay? But the feminine energy is free will, yet it is in the free will is what has kind of like got us to this place where we at here. Yet still, when it operates in the way it should operate in, with no infiltration, it is a paradise life made to stimulate you in all forms, in all ways, to keep you in a great love way, loving energy, but yet showing the greatest is the smallest. So from the child up to the man, the masculine, the energy goes toward the children first. They are all to look after the youngest energy, which is the future. And so all energy is more surrounded around the children, and protecting and caring and loving and giving them all that is for them to have the future way be paved through them, so that the energy is not lost as it grows up. You see, this is how it's supposed to be, but it has been infiltrated, and now all children that came in from past times up until now they're changing back to the right way. But before, in past times, this is why we have our fully adult people, living beings on the planet, that are in more ignorant mind than at any given time of past times on this planet. You've been made to be ignorant, been brought into a way of causing you to choose to be ignorant, when you would have chose to be more smarter. But due to the infiltration, because of how they have made government be over your life, governing, and law put down to cause you, as they would spell it in under their spell rituals and voodoo work, that you declare to be emphasized in law. That means you're not capable of taking care of your own affairs. Yeah. As Rod Hayes says, 3/5 compromised, emphasized in law is what they declared you to be. See, now everyone is made to be ignorant so that they can look after you and your affairs. That's your government for you. Now you must take back your power. It's your time to be free, to live your life as you will to be, not as the government or society have brought it in to tell you that you are to be made civilized, as they want to see what is civilized. What is civilized? Did they know? No, it is because they make what civilized is, not what you want to be civilized. and then you just fall in like a sheep led to the slaughter and walk just right behind each other, following right on along, being societally. You hear me? Okay. So what is that? Who's to say that we wasn't living a society life when they came in to infiltrate our tribal life? Who says we wasn't? We were fine. We didn't need them to civilize us, did we? Huh? But that's what happened. And now we all being called citizens. Are you? Are you a citizen of what? And of who? This is your land. It's not theirs. You're tribal. It's your land. Free to be. Sovereign. Organic living beings from the star system. Now, government wants to star you out and place you in a place that you are no more producing that energy that is meant for you to produce on this planet. Yeah, they sure have. See, there's gold is produced from your energy on here, especially in the feminine energy. And then you have the energy of chaos that produces black gold. So what do you see? What do they seem to be more after? After they stole your gold, they didn't need it anymore because they got all they could ever probably could even live 100 million lives out of, and can't do crap with it because it wasn't allowed for them to spend it. But they found ways for you to keep you spending it, or you allowing them to borrow it off of you by you being a straw man created as an entity or an agent representing you. How foolish have we been as people, beings, human beings, as a human being, a human. You have been being as a human being on the planet, but you have changed and started being human being rather being human. You see? And we're not human beings, we're being human. So ladies, back to the feminine energy. Let's just say feminine energy. Let's be back to the feminine energy. So here's the thing. I know most of you have heard that things is supposedly be feminine energy on the planet, and that we're all going back to our feminine energy. And I'm seeing that, and I'm hearing that. But I'm thinking that you has got this misconstrued from what I can see. It looks like all I can see is the women is making a change back into a way that they think is what is called feminine energy. And this is what I'm looking at. They're putting on things like, let me see if I can get you a couple pictures here. They're wearing these here, you see? These type of dresses. This is what I'm saying. This is what they're wearing. This is what I'm seeing. Most feminine energies are putting on. You know, in a time in the past, I would open up my browser and I would see more scan. I'd see a woman with some more showing herself, more free, more, things with less clothes on. Now I'm looking, every time I open my browser, I'm seeing these. Why? This is not it. You think that's what? You think this is what it's supposed to mean? Oh no, honey, you got it wrong. They ain't putting on these. What does this do for you? What do I see here? Nothing. I see all covered. That's not you. What do you feel free? Do you feel free in this? Because I wouldn't put this on. Not even my dog. Because I would want her to show her things too. I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't wear this. I wouldn't wear it anywhere. Not at all. Please. I don't see this as feminine. Where's feminine in all this clothes on? What's feminine about this dresses? These things is covering you all up. All this covering. For what? Do that look feminine? Because if it is, I am here to tell you that is not what we're after. That is not the feminine energy we want. And it's not what it is for. It is to be free. It's to let your life be your life and let you all be your all. And let it all be what it is. That means let your life go out in your swimming suit, whatever way you are in the of sexy girl, here I am kind of energy. It's to be my all and to be me. I don't have to cover my energy up anymore. Why? Because I don't have to. Why have I covered it up in the past? Because of the way society. You think that women began to be raped because they were showing their body? No. A lot of it was being raped because the government made sure that you get raped. Where did rape come from? Somebody started it. Had to have been the devil. We know about him. How he raped his sister. And got away with it because they living in a strict will planet. No free will, strict will. So he figured, in their world, you can rape her till she submit. And then you marry her. You think rape started here? No. It started above in a different life, existent. As above, so below. So what happened above, they decided that it was just as well to be on here too. And because they came in to take your free will and cause it to be restricted will, therefore you must do as you told and as you were shown to be. Cover yourself. You can't be walking around with your energy showing all out to whoever wants to see. Yes, we can. Just let me be me. And that is to be free. You don't have to have anything to say, to touch, to be, or anything about it. We are free. Men must learn what their place is in life as that too, as free energy. Now, I'm aware that all that is not here yet. That is where we're going. That's where we're going. We're not going to allow our life to be put down in a place where we don't want to be in. stuck back behind some freaking long ass dress. Hell no, man. I wouldn't wear that shit for hell no. That is like awfully ugly, be out of place to me. And I have been there. Don't think I haven't. But you know, when I think about it now, you couldn't give me a long nothing. I don't care what it. I don't want it. No, I don't. And I don't want to have no women in my way. I've got these pants that I'm wearing, but I don't want them. Hell no. I'm just doing it because I'm in a cold climate at this moment. And that's not really the whole case, but I end up getting left with just them, okay? And when it's in time here, I'm going to be in my free. Because that is how I am going to be in the freedom of being me. I am free when I'm living that life that ever it is that keeps me from being all shut down and locked down, held back. I can't even move when I got clothes on. I'm serious. I don't even want those clothes on if I can help it. But, you know, on this planet, yes, for now we must keep that, you know, covered to a degree. To a degree, ladies, not covered all from the head down to the toe. Come on, where is this coming from? That's been here forever. And now you who've been wearing your clothes like this or been this way, you know, been showing some skin, you know, your end, whatever, letting your thing be your thing, okay? You've been doing this. But now that you know that it's going back to a feminine energy, is what they say, you know, which is coming back to where it's supposed to be. Matriarch, which is totally feminine. You're a love planet, a planet that presents love. So when people want to get away for a happy day or happy time from another place out from this planet, they come down here to experience that great feeling of nourishing love, energy that generates you back into something, you know, that feels delicious to yourself again. You know, you need a rejuvenation. I ain't gonna rejuvenate nobody with that on. Come on. So you guys really, maybe I'm serious seeing this. Tell me if I'm not. Because I'm looking at women, instead of leaving it open, they're bringing it, they're closing it up. Because feminine is coming back. That is not feminine. And that is not what it means. It don't mean cover yourself up and be a martyr or something. You know, or you going to church. And that church is what kills everybody. It kills the feminine energy because it's all masculine too. Don't think it's not. Look at it. I don't care how you see it. And if it can be a woman preacher or teacher, whatever, still masculine is operating in that energy and is operating behind the energy, whether she is in feminine, female body or what. Because she ain't running it. There's a head somewhere. And I can guarantee you he is masculine because every church, you may not think it doesn't, but it do. Go back to the Vatican. It has originated out of the Vatican and it will remain, well, it would have been up until a few years now that we have already taken that energy down to destroy what was done and spelling and conjuring upon you as people to put you in places that just, like I say, dumb you down, make you see things their way, not your way, their way. You don't want to see it their way. You want to see it your way and the way of the universe. That's the law you have to go by. The only laws you must follow is universal laws. And you must learn those in order to operate in the best way that you can operate on the land and in your life. Otherwise, you are not cutting yourself off when you don't go along in those laws, because those laws hang in the balance. I don't care whether you go this way or that way. That all laws in the universe hangs in the balance. They're there whether you can see them or not, and they are in operation whether you see them or not, because they are. That's the way it's made. And so universe law always operating, because it is the laws of all things. But man law is made for man, dumbass men, government, stupid ass people, ignorant. They're ignorant, but you're more ignorant because you have been made to be in that ignorant energy, which makes them more smarter. Only in stupid shit though. They ain't smart at all. They just, smarter than you know of, okay? Put it like that. They're not smart. They really aren't. Because if they were, they wouldn't do the things they do behind the back, behind your back, your mind. Not for you can see them in plain sight, even though they are. But the average people can't see them. They don't know what they're doing behind their back, and they are doing a lot. As long as you let them and keep them in place that they are placed in. They placed themselves in that, you didn't, but you keeping them there because you allowing them to dictate how you are to live your life and to be. All you need to do is be free, and that the universal laws govern it over your me, not the governor laws that they don't follow themselves, but you got to. That a trip? What in the world is going on here? You made the freaking laws, but you don't follow them, but you make the people follow them. That sounds pretty, what? Huh? Isn't that fuck? Shit. What do we call that? The guy called it a lot of names. Because you don't know, they don't follow them, and you don't know what they do. That's why they have put you in boxes and shades down, window coverings, and all that ignorant ways of life. And so you sit in your little box, in your huts, and you quiet self, and you don't peep out the window much anymore like you used to one times before, and you don't pay attention to what's really going on. You just let it go. Everything is what it is. Ha, ha, ha. Who's going to change that? I know for me, I have changed, and I will continue to make that change as long as I am here in existence. That changes will be made, especially in the ways of government. Now, what we must do is find how to govern yourself. Govern you. You learn to be your own governor of your own life. Why should someone govern you when you can govern yourself? Know how to be and how not to be, what it is that to be in and what not to be in, and show forth only to what is in laws of the universe. And that is all you need. Nothing else matters. Now you can live your life and all there is to be after you decide that that is what you want in life. What most people can't do even. Isn't that amazing? How messed up is that? All because you have lived under the government's way of living and being. And the schools who are nothing but spelling you. So how they put you under their spelling, huh? By putting you in one of their schools, educated fools they call them, and that's true because you are, because you're not educated. You are educated, just not learned. You're not learned. You haven't learned anything. You have been dumbed down to what life is and what it's all about. And why should we cover ourselves up? And what is the purpose and all the cause of women being put back behind the door, being made to feel shame of her living graciousness, beauty that she is, of her body, and loving herself and liking her as she is. Why is that? Why do we cover such graciousness, loveliness, beautifulness, just everything in you is to be desired? And men have been put in places too that cause them to be like that. Lust and lustful eyes that they have, deceiving themselves. Those two eyes, snake eyes. Curse. Oh, you visualness. Visual, women are visual too, but not as men. Men are so visual it ain't funny. Stop. If you want to find your visualness, please, for your own good sake, be in your own visualness of your true self. And know who you are. Find the real life of being and being all that it is. And then you won't have those eyes of visual so hard to see. Everything is so materially. Because when I look out my eyes and I'm looking at anything, whatever it is in this world, is nothing but illusional, material world things. I don't see shit. And as a man can be in front of me, and I don't care what he looks like, he can be as naked as he can be. I wouldn't give a hookah. Except there is some chemistry that we are in with each other, and we are in that same energy, and we are made to be in that way for each other. And there's love, absolutely, between the two. But yet, before that even take place, that love came within you. It had to. But I don't give what I don't have because it's impossible. If I'm empty from within, how am I going to put anything without? Do I have money in my pockets? And do I not? Or do I do? If I have none, what can I give you? Do you see what I mean? If I have some in there, then I can give you that what I have. You see? And so visual is not the greatest way to be. It's better for you to see out of a different way of seeing and let your life be shown in that way of being, in every way there is for the world to say and to see and be, as you have shown forth an example for all to see. So women, matriarch, going back into the matriarch energy, as feminine is not about wearing long dresses. So if anyone out there has taken that into mind and feeling that that is how it's going, That is not how it's going. This does not represent feminine at all. Not at all. It is opposite. Feminine energy is made to show forth every bit of her living prettiness, gloriousness, gracious love that she can have and carry inside of her and still be bossed up in her own self, in her own energy, and knowing how to be in love with that she is in every way. And that's the day we are going to. And men have that pleasure when they are coming in to be in the energy with her. Okay? And her feminine. They need nourishing. And so do you. And both of your energies. You need to nourish your life, nourish yourself. Nourish that energy of who you are to yourself. And then when your men is in, then men are in for that too. They are. Most men nowadays and women must have some nourishment because we as people have grown up unnourished. Because moms and dads has been tricked to and fooled and thrown out into the sand, dirt, grass, garbage, and they grow unloving to themselves. Therefore, the children come and they are not loving to themselves. So what we got here? A whole lot of unloving people on the planet, right? And so, what are we going to do? We got to find love in all things, in all ways, in all places. We got to have love for everything to be in great replenishing. It's the love that we are in to experience in every way that is for us to experience today. Love is the answer to it all. And therefore that love must come from within before it can be without. So my females, feminine energies, whatever you are, and whoever you may be, find that energy to find freedom in your own me and be free to be your me. Not as society has said for you to be, because we're not having society anymore to teach us how to be and live and let be and all that is to be in me. Society can't do that. Society can only tell their own life how to be. There are no dictators over here. So you, as who you are in society, may let your life go free. Because it is all made up in the energy of what they have pretended to be. Oh, that is of the government we see. See? So let life come through and let life be the way it is to be. Free, I say. Free. Let it be free. Why should I cover up if I'm free to be me? What am I covering it up for? Ashamed of who I am or who they have placed a name for me to be. That is not of me, who I really truly am. But because society has come in and placed the blame upon me, it makes me feel the shame that I am to be all there is in me. No. I say no to society. I will be free, and free it is to be me. So I'm not at all considering any of these at all. And I would like for you to see it that way as well, because freedom is not in this. I want you to put it on and tell me if you feel free, because I sure don't. I never felt free when I had this stuff on. Even I had it on. I wore it to church. Church requires you to wear it, you know. Sanctified. Don't let your body be shown. Man, look. I'm going to let it shine. You know? And then what happened in the place that I was in, the younger ones grew up. They were young, and then they grew up. And when they grew up, they got sick and tired of being in that closed down garments of life that they had, their parents had them going through. And the schools and all the rules and all the bull of schools that you can just be able to, push in. Those girls grew up and they started putting on their energies and making them things come out. And they were sitting up there in front of the preachers. And the women's eyes was looking all messed up. You know what? I'm so glad it happened, because it broke down that system. Because when they couldn't let them girls be them girls said, shit, I'm gone. I ain't gonna be wearing that. And I just feel like laughing at it today, because it is so funny. And I'm so glad those girls did it, because it is the way it has to be. Them girls weren't gonna let that long dress crap put on. Baggy. No, I'm not wearing that. What have they got to look at? What? Trust me. What? I shine my light, and I live in it, and I breathe it. I will it in me. And I am the one of that way to be. I love being all that is to be as the light of the energies. Yet I will never allow my life to be just put in a box or closed up closet and not let it be free. It makes no sense. Makes no sense. Because if I was in that time and wearing those dresses, and yet as I am right now, today, and I don't speak from no other way, I speak from my heart. I speak from love and all truth that is within me, and I let it be seen. Yet I'm not bringing my energy under some covering for you to hear me. I'm hear me as me, free. Because it's not me that I want you to see or hear. I want you to hear the energy. And that is what you are to see and feel when I speak what I'm seeing to you, as anything, as any time, whatever. Okay? It's the energies. So I don't have to be all covered up, you see, even though I recognize what we have here. Yet I'm calling freedom, not continually hold me down or lock me up or lock down, bound. I'm breaking away from that. So I need less there is to be on clothes. All of that, keeps me held back. I can't move free. And so we are not coming out of bondage into bondage again. We are coming out of bondage into freedom. And we was only in bondage because of the devil, plain and simple. They said the devil was ruled for 6,000 years. He did. So it's 6,000 years up. There's no more rule for him. Now who's gonna rule? We're gonna have our own rule of our own life, of our own place, self, me. And in the energy of the tribal, of the whole of planet that we are here on as the mother planet she is, we'll live accordingly to the earth itself and nature and all the things that belongs to the true energy of real and reality of being who we are, who we to be. That's free, not closed up, shutting my life in that no one can see. I want my light to shine bright, shine as bright as it can be. You hear me? So, ladies, this is not what it is. We're not going this way. That is the old-fashioned, bowed down. No. Please don't wear those clothes. They can just take them off market. Honestly, I don't care where I turn. I'm looking at women with this stuff on. I'm thinking they must got this shit wrong. They must got the wrong idea. Matriarch, feminine is not anything about wearing a freaking long dress looking like I'm somebody so coldly, kali, don't get by the head. No, it's not it. And it is not it. Oh, we're not wearing long dresses. Me, I'm not. I know I'm not. So anyway, keep it short. You can wear the dress, but don't have it all everywhere. Come on now. We're not after this. And pretty soon, you ain't going to have no man that's going to even be on this planet because they all going to leave. And Ron Hayes says, as a stand, that men are going to get knocked off, he says, and then only going to be a few men, and so one man going to have a lot of women. I'm like, well, whatever y'all say, do your thing, but in my world, there's only one. You know. However, we can talk about that. We can break it the other way around. I'm willing to go that way. No, just kidding. You know, however, why not? Because you know, I'm not living in that energy, and I won't give over to it. Because as far as I can see, that's been that way. Men has had more than one woman. They've been doing that crap forever. Well, it's no more of that in my world because I feel like men should be what women is the one who's running shit. You know, men ain't running it. No. They are the ruler because women created them to be the rule to protect the women because we were all women and we all had to fight, war, have children, everything because we didn't have men to have children at that time. We had them on our own. Women can produce a child without a man, and that is the truth. As you have seen it happen in the Bible, as they say, but whatever. We'll deal with that on another time. But women can have a child, and she don't really need the man because she is the X chromosome, and he's from her. So it takes, you know, a woman and a man for a man to have a certain energy produced in him, as far as the mitochondria anyway concerned, and some with them having the male energies. I don't know how it's going to all end up in the near future because the children that's coming in now is different than the past. So they're going to be quite different, quite experienced already, and knowledgeable. Yet we are being back into feminine energies and nourishing and loving and caring for each other and one another. Yet, even in the kitchen, we don't need to have our clothes on. We can have our apron on, and that is good enough, okay? And that is how I feel like we are to be, and that is the truth of what feminine energy is about. Is let her life be her life and be free, and as nourishing and beautiful, and all that energy that she can be in, and everywhere she goes, and every day she's to be that way. You see, not closed up. Now I know the world is still hanging on with all the ignorant stuff out there, and so we can't just give them everything at once here, right? So we do need to keep it on a short tone, but not everything. Now, come on. Hey, when you're going all the way down to the floor or your ankles, whatever you're taking it to. Now, I admire the ones that wear on the floor that they drag all the way down and they fit it though. I don't want to actually put them on and wear them. Maybe I will on occasion that I need to go somewhere or some particular energy that needs to be presented that way. But it's, in that before in the time of that, I'm wearing it and the freedom that it is to be, okay? Because that's the energy we're working in, not something what we've been in all along. How long have it been that we've always had these sack clothes on, dresses, big old box thing? What? Do you remember? Come on. I remember it. I really do. And that's all I remember seeing. Because in the time they did take them off and try to take them off, where did they put them in? They put them in a world that did identify. It was called all kinds of little places and things. But the men, the masculine, oh, he could do all that, but he wouldn't. Like he walk around with his shirt off. Excuse me, why you gotta have your shirt off? Well, shouldn't she have hers off if she choose to? It's only the nipple that has to be covered because that's the only part that is really what does the thing, even if she don't put her shirt off, what if she just want to have her bathing suit on, her swimming suit, and yet still walk as she will to walk down the street, wherever, and be herself, be free. Men does more and looked at in a less way of, put out. Isn't that amazing? That's not the way life should be. And this is her planet, not his. He's only brought in by her to protect and rule what she created, the children. And there is no reason for her to be closed off and all up, because she has great respect for herself and she holds it well in her femininity, even with her clothes not so all closed on. You see? She can be that, and she is to be that. And with all gracefulness and pleasure to be herself. And let her feminine energy become itself. Be it me. Be that what it is to be. But if it's all closed and shut down and boxed up, who knows? You know what I mean? It's nothing. What do you see? I have no you know what I'm saying? And so allowing yourself to wear less clothes is fine, and it's the way it should be. It's no need to close yourself off and be made not to be seen as they have put it up on us. Shame and all kinds of craziness. You know, and like I say, once she took her clothes off or when she did little things and dancing, they belittled her. Well, it won't be no belittling after this, because there is no more of that. We are to be who we are, and let the men admire us as to be the women of the day, the feminine energy that does for them as she do for herself and her children in every other way that is meant for her to be, you see. Let your light shine bright as a diamond in the sky, as the light in the star in the sky shine itself. Venus, that's Venus there shining. Isn't she beautiful? And she is a beautiful planet every way. And she's a female planet. And she has beautiness about herself as she is in the natural physical form today. That's Venus. And that's her way she is. It's her way. So lighten it up, women, feminine, please, for your own goodness and all the times that we are going in is to live a free life, a relaxed one that is shown in gracefulness and holy respect. You can hold it without being shut down and cover it all up, and then look, then this. What is this? What is that? What does it do? How would that show feminine energy? I see this as masculine, as a feminine wearing it. I see it as garbage, really. To me, it's like garbage. I couldn't wear them. I don't wear them at all. I can't stand those ugly things. Oh, they're just horrible looking to me. However, if I wore anything such as such, I would be the leggings. I'd wear those to whatever. But I'm wearing these. I can't stand them. And that is so out of place for of a feminine energy, and it's too masculine for me. It's just, I don't see what it does. But yet, she has had to put such things on in that way, and she's had to be in her masculine for the reasons of her being at war. And that is where she's been, at war, to protect herself in any way she could and at all costs. It was all about her protecting herself from the devil. Let's just put it plain. Long as we know who the devil is, which is your adversary, whether it's you to yourself or someone else. So she's had to do that, and she's been in her masculine energy, and she's covered herself up, and she's done certain things as to make sure she have the protection that she needed, and not to be continually knocked down, stepped on, pushed over, treated as though she had no great meaning. And yes, she do. She has all the great meaning, because she's the mother, and she is here as a living deity being, planet. She's a planet, but she's living deity. She's not as you think or as you may see her. This is a real God, the true God, the mother that she is. And she's real. But what have happened here along this timelines of making her be nothing but just dirt? And that's how they treated you. And all in all, the same. You know that. I don't care what society you're in. Rich, poor, down and out, whatever. Middle. You've been treated that way, even though, whether you got money or you don't, have been made you feel like dirt under their feet, and pushed aside and thrown away, frowned on, kicked on, shitted on. But we ain't no more. It's no more. We're not living that life anymore. We're not being under no authorities' ways of seeing us as though we are not the one. We are the one. And we will be the one. And that's the way it's going to be. Yet we're not going to be closed off and shut down like we're now still, under some rulership or some big dumb society class. No, we're not. We're living in our own true self as who we are, and let our freedom be free to be our me. Now, if you going to want to continue wearing, I don't have nothing against you wearing your stuff. That's your life. Enjoy. I'm just giving it to you. If you think that that's how it's going, in order to come back into our feminine energy, that is not. So if you've been had your clothes off and now you're putting them on, take them back off. Please, for your own sake. Just pull that shit off, man. Throw it in the garbage, because that's where it belongs. I put them all in there. All those things like that. Get them to the garbage. Or tear them off and make something beautiful out of them. Truly. And those sweatpants, I want them out of your house. Throw them away. Get rid of them. When you go running, put your shorts on, honey. Let those legs be out. Be your gorgeousness. Be your beautifulness. Be your pretty self. Let your body be seen. And be your me. You gorgeous. You have it all, honey. You got it. You do. And if you don't have it, then get it. Make it happen. Come on. Be in that gym or whatever you got to do. You don't have to do that. But, I know other ways that you just let it happen. Magic is in the mind. Not in the time. It's in the mind. What you want it to be, it can be. Let it be, honey. Yet, in the meantime, work it out. Work it out. Work it out. Go to the gym. Do all you got to do. Let it be. And let it come forth. And let it shine. And your beautifulness. And when you come in the shower and all those times, baby, put that stuff on and let it smell delicious. If you got it. If you don't, just find what you can find. Put something, whatever you put on, I don't care if it's just a box of Vaseline. Put it on like you feeling it really delicious. Make yourself feel delicious when you put it on. Because you are. You're delicious. Everything about you is delicious. Feel delicious in yourself. Don't let no man tell you delicious unless he really mean it. Because you are delicious either way. You don't got to tell you. Know you are delicious. You are, every woman is delicious. I don't care. And if you haven't got your deliciousness, go find it, because you got it, baby. You have it. And it is all in you and over you and on you. Be your deliciousness. And don't be what these things are. Oh, no. And then you see them with a sweatshirt on. No. Don't wear them. Please don't. Throw them away. Out in the garbage. Don't put sweatshirts on. Goodness, you don't have to protect yourself anymore. And if you do, it's time to stop. It's time to let love come through and let love be your protection. The love can protect you, whether you know it or not. It does. Because most won't come against you, around you, when you got that much love going on. You know what I'm saying? And if they do, they want some of that. They want you to give them some of that graciousness, love, and all that it is. And yet you can. You don't have to be in no, backwards way. We don't have to sleep with no man to give him love. We can love you afar. I know I do. I love afar. So every woman can love afar and love within and love around. Wherever you at, just be in love with yourself. And then all that love will come forth and go into everyone else. You hear me? And so, in closing my video, I want to say one thing here. Here's an example I want to give you. Remember the movie Color Purple, right? Let's go back there and watch that movie. Remember the lady was in the bar singing and dancing. She was done, I think. And then what happened? They had the fucking church right there, next to the bar. Huh. Is that on this planet too? Yeah. So here she left the church and she went back out from the church because she got sick of that crap. She had no freedom. Wasn't no man looking at her. Most of the time they are not. Trust me. If they are, they ain't gonna tell you. Too closed up, shut down, covered. And so she went out. She went to the bar. She started dancing and singing and being herself. And that is the way she was to be. That was her freedom. And she was fucked up, man. She was drunk and fucked up. Now, if she would have been sober, it would have been just the best way for her. She would have been in her life, and all that she was doing was being herself and letting her life be. Not in that church, what had her shut down, closed up, boxed in by lies, demises, crap. All the Bible is nothing but a bunch of stories brought in and fed to you in a whole different way of being in life. And you put them all together, you probably got a bunch of dog shit. Honestly. But there is good in dog shit in one way or another. I haven't found it yet. But there is something that you can do with it. I yet have to see. But yet, when you in there is like, it's like a place that you can come in and you can get whatever that is patched up, made to bring you a part of life that gives you something to think about, I would say. You know, dog shit can do that too. Make you think about it. What the hell is that? Damn. Okay? But, you know, while you're there and you find little pieces of something that give you a mind to begin to sort of think clear than what you were at when you in all the world around you, chaotic life, right? That just kind of bring you out of that into something where you can at least get a clear mindset so you can at least hear yourself think. So it does that for you. And while you're there, you may find something that is somewhat worth the while. But in all that you're getting, it doesn't bring you in a free being as you are, as a free being. A free being of truly living a whole life of self-worth, self-being, self-value of everything that you can be. It can't do that for you. I am a living witness, so I know what it done for me and what it didn't do for me. And this is my life of being free where I'm at. And that's the only time I've ever felt free. Not in the church, because it didn't give me that. What I got was what I had to do was get grounded in things in life and then break free from that I could have been trapped in for many years and many times of life. But I kind of kept myself away from the entrapment of it, because it does have an entrapment place where you begin to just let your life waste away into just being there, being as it is. Believing that you're hearing the truth when you're really only hearing more in the lies of the truth, which is true, not truth. That's the lie. So if she would have been there in that bar and just been like she, not so much as always drunk, yet in a more sober mind, that would have been the best thing she could have done for herself, rather than going back into the hole that she came from. You see? Do you see? It's the same thing when they say a dog will return to his vomit. What do you feel that is what it is vomit there as well. But see, people put it out of the church and put it in the world. No, vomit is wherever you vomiting at, wherever vomit is, and whatever caused you to vomit. You see, it made you sick, and it made her sick, and she got sick, and you're like, this is sickening to me, and so she left. Now that's the way it's the right. That's the best way. It was the right way, but they got you thinking that the church, because she went turned back, was the right way. That's not the way. Because she only returned back to her vomit. She got sick there. And in the beginning, she had to. She left. And her dad wouldn't let her go free because he was mad at her for leaving. What the hell? Why? Because she wasn't doing what he wanted her to do. Being how he said she should be. All of us at one time or another, somewhere in our own thinking, have thought that our way was the right way. Doesn't mean it was. And the other person's ways is not. That's not so, as one of my Pleiadians explained. And how a war broke out in dimensions above. Because, those who peacemakers was thinking peace was the way, and those that was warriors was believing that war was the way, and everything went kapuka. So, it's all in perception. Everything is by perception and how you see as what to be in reality, as your reality. You are the one forming it. And you have to decide on how you want to form it and what you want to form it out of as reality. You see? So let's stop here, and I will come back and give you some music and dance here in a little bit. I just had to get on and bring this out because I was just bothered by it this morning. When I looked at it on my phone, I was like, why? Why? Why do they wear these ugly long dresses? They're so ugly, so non-appealing, because they think that's the way it is to be feminine. It's not that way. It's not that way. Don't wear these things. Oh, I'm like, just nothing. I just can't put it on. I would not. Oh, I would only wear it if I was cold and couldn't have nothing else to wear, and I was just somewhere stuck someplace. I would probably die the whole time, but I'd put it on just for that only. And then as soon as I got where I could get myself back to me, I'll pull it off and let me be free. Free. I say free is all I am looking to be. Okay, guys, I love you so much. I hope you enjoy what I have to say, and don't be offended, ladies. I am just for real when I tell you what I tell you. I like to be real. I'm not one that is fake or phony and want to be phony. I'm real. Okay? All right, I love you guys, and do enjoy. I hope hope you do, by all means. Do share and some likes if you do, all right? Okay, guys, thank you so much.